Right, I just wanted to come on here just to a little bit of an update to keep you posted about Paul. I've seen a couple of comments and people have wondered whether he's how he's doing basically. Paul's doing all right. He's doing he's stable. Debbie's spoken to the ICU department today, and they've stated that which is this is good news that they've put him on IV vitamin C, which is what one of the doctors said has been proven to be beneficial for people with COVID. So he's on vitamin C, which is good. I asked about the vitamin D. What they're doing is they're going to, she asked them, they said they're going to do his bloods and see what his vitamin D levels are. His vitamin D3 we need to get him on. I mentioned about the zinc. She didn't mention that. You've got to understand Debbie's in a bit of a state at the moment with what's going on. Paul's being unlawfully, without no consultation, they've taken it upon themselves that they've got the power to turn back and dictate and do what they like, and they've put him into intensive care in and put him into an induced coma, and they've put him onto a intubated respirator ventilator against his wishes, because there was no consultation. There was no consultation with the family. You saw in the video, Paul said, I don't want to go on a ventilator, and they said that if you don't want to go on one, we won't put him on one. But she completely ignored his wishes. So, but he's doing all right. So he's stable. So the hospital's starting to move in the right direction. So I'm hoping once we get everything catalogued down. Now we've got communication directs. They've finally given an email so we can actually liaise with the ICU department that they've been refusing to give to us. So it's a week he's been in there, and we've been battling all week to try and get contact details for who is in charge, the medical team. Because we stated at the very start, I emailed the IMU unit and said that we're not happy, the family's not happy. Paul's giving me power of attorney. They're not happy to be on IV antibiotics and steroids because there are more toxins going into his body. His body's trying to fight off the illness as it is. He needs to excrete all of the crap out of his lungs and out of his body, and then for them to put in more toxins is creating more work for his body, which is obviously not good. On the high airflow ventilator, forcing air into him, that's been proven to give pneumonia. We've got all the evidence of that. So the way they've been treating him has been against the family's wishes, and not consulted with him or gone or listened to Paul. As you probably know, I can't remember, I voiced it in one of the other videos. It might have been on the Facebook channels before they disabled my accounts for putting out truth about what's going on in these hospitals. They clearly, anyone that puts out truthful information about the CV 1984 just gets removed, gets deleted. So we've got all that paper, we've got all that evidence, got all that paperwork, so let's put that aside, let's move forward and just think about Paul and getting the hospital to do the right thing and getting him, nursing him back to health with the correct treatment. Because how they've been treating him is wrong. They're following the book, they're following the guidelines, because it haven't got peer review papers or whatever it is over here. They're just order followers. And that's what's killing people. Respirators kill people. It happened over in New York when it first came out. You've all seen the reports. It's the respirators that were killing people. It wasn't the illness. Misdiagnosis. So yeah, Paul's good. Update you on the police situation. The police want to have a word with me because they turned up at the hospital. I believe that they're making allegations that that we've broken into the ward, that we wasn't allowed in there, trespass, etc., etc. The video evidence proves that they opened the door, let us in, asked if we've got a mask, said it was we didn't need one. We went into the ward, went to see Paul, doctors come round, he said he wants to leave. He signed the consent form to consent to the hospital discussing anything and any and all treatment and current conditions with family members and myself, because the hospital had lied, stating to the family that Paul had told them that he didn't want the hospital to disclose his current state or the treatment that he was having, which is factually incorrect. We've got all the recordings of all the phone calls. They've all been taken off the computers, off the devices. They've all been put onto memory sticks. I've certainly got them here, not just here, obviously for my safeguarding, because there's you saw the video earlier. that there was out. They were bearing in mind that there's a newborn baby, a wife that's husband's is put in intensive care in hospital, and the police turn up there, 2 bright vans, 4 police cars, 15 odd police, banging on doors, looking for me. Looking for me for electronic devices, because obviously the hospital and the doctors haven't been happy because I've been publicising this and putting it out there and sharing it, because this is in the public interest. People need to know what's going on. Okay, the nurses and doctors might have got a gagging order on them from the government that they can't talk about COVID or what's going on in the hospitals, but that doesn't gag me. Why shouldn't we? If we're going in there, why shouldn't people know about what's going on there? A lot of these nurses are coming forward now. A lot of these doctors are coming forward from all levels, from top down, from inside the hospital. A lot of whistleblowers coming forward, exposing what's really going on. So why shouldn't they? So this is what I believe they're after me for, is to try and take the devices last night at 11:30. To seize myself. But anyway, it's all safe. Everything's all safe. So that's the case is building against them. But it seems like East Surrey Hospital are doing the right thing, and they're treating Paul. They're listening to the family. He's not going to be another statistic. They're not going to use this. He might have got history. Doesn't matter. He's still a human being, just like you and me. Forget about the legalese. You know what I mean. He's a natural person. He's a living man, and he should be treated accordingly. And the family should be treated accordingly. They've got a duty of care to look after, not just the patient, but the family. The family's distraught. The man of the house is gone. He's in hospital. They've brought him in. They've put him into intensive care. Put him into an induced coma. It's horrendous. It shouldn't be happening anywhere. Especially, it's 2021. I think someone said it's not 1935. It's ridiculous. So yeah, there's that. I've got to go to police. What else? I've taken a couple of notes. About the ventilator. That's my dinner. That's my dinner telling me I've nearly ready. Yeah, the evidence I was sorted, so we'll see what happens with that. It ain't going nowhere, not wearing a mask. It's just ridiculous. And that moves on to the private criminal prosecution. That's moving forward very rapidly. That will be laid by the end of the week, and Hancock et al. Will be on the chopping block, as we all need to see them. But yeah, keep posted on my YouTube channel. I'll keep posting on there. I've moved over to MeWe, posting stuff up on there. I'll put a link to that in the box. But just keep sharing. Go to my YouTube channel. Show your family. Show everyone. You can see how they're treating people in the hospital. If it wasn't for us having the tenacity to go in there, the only reason why we went in there is because the hospital lied, stating that Paul had not consented to us having any information about what was going on. It was a lawful excuse. We had lawful excuse to go in there because they're killing him. He stated that, and now look what they've done. But he's going to pull through. So send all your positive energy and vibes and love and vibrations to Paul and the family, please. I'll keep you posted every step of the way as much as I can, as and when information comes in. Take care, everyone. Have a good Friday. It's not Friday. Have a good Sunday evening. Sorry, Friday. I don't know. That's how bad it is. My head's all over the place. I really don't know what day of the week it is half the time, or what hour of the day it is. I've got a late night tonight. I've got to compile all this information to get over to East Surrey Hospital. But take care. I'll keep you posted.